Well, I'm out here at the 94 Buick I got back last week, and I figured I'd show you how I siphon gas out of these things. I've actually already done this one, but figured it'd probably help you to know how I do it the easiest way. A lot of people are probably saying, well, why don't you just stick a hose down there in the gas tank and suck it out? Well, on these newer cars, a lot of times they'll have an anti-siphon device, and you can't get the hose down there to suck the gas out. So that's kind of out of the question here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to basically run the fuel pump and take off the line up front and just run a hose into the gas tank I got over there, a little gas can, and drain all the gas out. First step, we're going to pop the hood, and I'm going to relieve the fuel pressure. Alright, here we are under the hood. Now what you're going to want to do is some have covers. This one has been taken off, but take the cover off and you'll look on the fuel rail, which is this thing right here, connects to all the injectors. On a lot of cars they will have a little Schrader valve. It works just like a little valve stem on a tire. What you want to do is take that off and maybe have a rag under here or something like that, because there's going to be a lot of gas that sprays out of it. And let's see if I can get a good shot. There's like a little pin almost in there. What you want to do is take a screwdriver or nail or whatever you got. I'm using a pair of keys, and just push that in, and you'll see a little bit of gas coming out. Now it'll squirt out pretty good when it's under pressure, so don't have your face there, don't be smoking a cigarette, anything like that, obviously. And now that we've got that done, we can go ahead and take off the fuel lines. You'll notice there's two fuel lines back there. I got a little one and I got a big one. And the big one is always the feed line. So once you got your pressure relieved on these particular lines, you can grab, probably works easier with two screwdrivers, but I only have one hand, so stick it in there and you'll be pushing that little plastic thing back. You can do the same on the other side, and then they'll just pull right off. Alright, I got it off. As you can see, the clear plastic part on these GM connections stay on there. Fords have different connections, other vehicles have different ones. Some cars don't even have this little Schrader valve here. They'll have a banjo bolt. A lot of foreign ones do, Honda, Toyota, and stuff like that. But this one comes off just like this. So I can go ahead, and what I'm going to do is shove a hose down in there so it's got a nice snug fit. And then I'm going to run it into my gas can, and then we're going to go inside the car and find the fuel pump relay. Alright, here we are inside the car. I already know where the relay is on this particular model, so what I've already done is taken this piece of plastic paneling off so I can get to the relays, which are way back here. I don't know if you can see that very well, but how to find out which one is the fuel pump is put your hand on top of those relays, and then turn the key, or if you can't reach it, have somebody else turn the key for you, and feel on those relays. And when you turn the key on, you'll feel maybe one or more click, and those are the relays that fire up when you turn the key. Now the fuel pump one will shut itself off after a couple of seconds, so you wait and you'll feel one of them click again after about 2 seconds, and that one is your fuel pump relay. And then you pull it out and you look at the nice little picture they give you. There we go, and you'll see it has on this one it has a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this bottom picture on this particular relay is a little coil of wire that works as a magnet when power is run through it. And what it does is it switches power from 3, and it's going to 4 in the off position, then goes to 5 when it's on. So what you want to do is jumper terminals 3 to 5, which on this relay are this one and that one. So you'll crawl under there, back onto the dash, see how this thing plugs in, and then take a wire and put between those two terminals a paper clip, a chunk of wire, whatever you got. Which is already in there on this one, but it's kind of hard to get to, so I won't show you. Now once you've got that in, you can go ahead and make sure your gas can's all hooked up. Turn the key. I don't have a battery in it now, but you turn the key and fuel pump will start running and fuel will start flowing into your gas can. That's all you got to do. It's a lot easier than you know, trying to siphon it out or cutting up a line somewhere and then running the pump. Or worst case yet is dropping the tank. This makes it a lot easier to drop the tank. Now with all that being said, it's not really the best for the fuel pump to have it running when there's no gas in there, but this car, it don't matter. If you're gonna drop the tank for whatever reason, you want to get the gas out without damaging anything, just let it run until you get a quarter tank or something, and then it'll make it a little lighter for you. But that's how it's done. So now I don't know what I'm going to do with this car. It's really, really rusty. Maybe I'll chop the top off, make it a convertible. I always wanted one of them. But till next time.